Hi, this is Eric Martin with Board Game Geek, here looking at trains from with Simon and Todd from Japan brand. Looking at a release that sold out in 10 minutes?
Well, to be perfectly honest, we actually had 120 who came here, but we only had like 20 available to sell because the rest were pre-order.
Everyone jumped on for the pre-orders.
And we have, I can say right now, there are prep 20 copies left in Japan, and this game will not be reprinted, ever. So what you can, those of you who are watching will think like, oh my god, I can't get this. Hold your thumbs. We have a couple of guys who might be interested in doing this for the European market or for the American market. Yes. We can't say anything yet, but that there are parties who are interested. This is
that's right, so we should know what people are interested in.
Yeah, precise. This is a 2 to 4 player game. This is a deck builder and a train game at the same time. It's pretty much explains it all, because it's not like train games that you are shopping with stocks and stuff like that. You are trying to build your own railroad, and you get points for your railroad. It's not that there are 5 neutral companies and you buy stocks in them, but this is your railroad that you build. So the difference between this and Dominion is that you use the cards that you have in your deck to build on this map, and what the points you get from the map are massive compared to what you get from your cards. There are cards with victory points, but there aren't as many.
You have to focus on the building up of your network.
And what's interesting here...
And I guess we should mention as well that this is actually, this is the map that comes with the game.
This is the standard map. This is
Tokyo and Osaka. Tokyo and Osaka.
Osaka. And this is the special Essen map with the US Northeast and Germany on the other side. So basically what I do on my turn, this is my starting deck. I get 3 normal trains, which means just 1 money. You've got a 1 here. I've got 1 station expansion and 1 railing. Unlike Dominion, there are no limits to actions and buys. I can play as many cards as I wish. So I start with, I'm starting out, I can start anywhere on the board, so let's start in Baltimore. I play railing. Now, playing railing means that it's free as a base, but this is a mountain forest that costs 1 money. This is a river, costs 1 money. This is a town, costs 1 money. So I need to play a money card to be able to build there. And when I build, I gain this, which is basically not as bad as a curse card in Dominion, but it is well, it's in the way because it's nothing. You can't do anything.
Right.
So you get this into the
business. In other words.
And I decide to expand my station here in Baltimore because this increases the worth of Baltimore with 1 point. It also makes it more expensive for the other guys to get there because every single marker in a place where you want to go increases the cost, and it increases the number of ways that you get. So if another player starts it in Pittsburgh, if he's built here and he gets into Washington, now he wants to go to Baltimore. Now this is a cost 3. And he also gains not just 1 waste, because I'm already here, so he gains 2 waste. In the end, you will end up with a deck that has like, you draw 4 waste, it's like, oh my god. You have 8 standard cards in the game, 8 cards that are selected each time. I believe there are 500 cards in this game, so there's a lot of replayability. There are action cards that you can play to sort of remove the waste you have in your hand, or you can just say, okay, I do nothing, I pass. I buy nothing, I do nothing. You throw away all the waste, you discard all the waste that you have, but it goes back here. Right. So as long as there is waste here, you can gain it, but this runs out after a while, and this is not supposed to be unlimited. So you need to manage this. You can try to focus on, getting most points from here, but you can also, like in Dominion, just use your money to buy cards that are actually worth victory points. I can't show you all the cards now, but there are plenty of them.
Right.
And this has been interesting for both train gamers and Dominion aficionados. So this has been a lot of buzz about this. It is a great game. Unfortunately, it's very sold out.
Right.
And it basically doesn't exist anymore. But as I said, we have a couple of interestees. You might get lucky.
Might be hope. Hope for the future.
Yes.
So how long does the game go to? And what do we actually...
Yeah, well, we play until somebody runs out of trains.
Okay.
So when you have led all your rails, or the cities, all these have been developed. As soon as somebody runs out, you just calculate the points from the board, from the cards that you own, and the most points wins.
Okay. So of course, being forced to get rid of these, you're going to be forced to go into where other people are and build up waste
Yeah.
and balance that back and forth.
Yes, exactly. But basically, it works very much like Dominion, and but with a train map as well. I was actually when I first saw this game and I started working on the rules, I was very surprised that this is such an obvious combination of games. I'm surprised nobody else did this before because it's really obvious.
You can
I guess it wasn't
understand.
obvious.
You can understand. You can see this. You can understand just 1 minute. You see this.
Yeah.
Yes. Once you see, I mean, when you start, I mean, it's interesting too. You have the basics where you say we're running from. Here's the other cards in here. I think that's what you
Okay. Right.
Yes, you know the basics of Dominion or deck building in general. All sort of has the same basics. And yes, building as well.
Yeah, precisely. We had on one of the many plate testers who came to our booth, we had this old lady. She was German. She says, "Have you played Dominion?" "Yeah, I played Dominion." "Oh," and then she just looked at it. She just started playing it. No problem. She knew everything because she had played Dominion. So I mean, it is deck building, but you don't get your points from here. You need to use the cards here to expand on the map, and this is where you get the points. So as some people have said that if there's a weak spot with Dominion, it's because you just use your cards to get more cards. But that's the only thing you do. You don't use the cards you have bought. They are only for one thing, getting more money, getting more money. They have fixed that with a lot of expansions, as I know. But for those who want just everything in one box like this, here you need to use the cards to expand on your map because here is where the points are.
All right, super. Well, I'm sure lots of people hope to see it in the future.
Well,
We'll see.
I'd say it's probably it's quite probable. It is.